Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just wanted to do a quick little trade and tape review on today's trade and what I saw based on today's price action. So before I get started, just wanted to give some context on what I saw heading into the market today. So as you can see, we have been trading in this, kind of a range ever since, we kind of sold off on Thursday. So from Friday and, it's pre-market to open, kind of been stuck in this 4,500, this 4450 range. So I'm just waiting for key levels to hit and just watching the tape. So heading to the market open, we can see, overnight session we rejected off this 4500, pulled back down to this range, and we open near this level right here. Let me go into the minute chart. And as you can see, when we're going down, we're kind of consolidating in this range right here before we open. So just right off the bat, even before looking at the tapes, I can tell, okay, this is gonna be a key level right here to watch out for. So, because if we're gonna see, maybe potential another leg down, then this level needs to break right away. But if this level does end up holding, then if you look in the bigger frame, this could also just be a potential like higher low being put in from the lows over here for uptrend. And that's what ultimately ended up happening. So yeah, that's just basically what I saw based on the charts alone. And heading into the heading into the market open, you can see on Bookmap that there's a lot of liquidity down below at these levels down here, pretty much from 4468 all the way down to 4460 and final one at 4450. So just just this range right here, I was keeping an eye out for. You know, I wanted to see if we potentially did head lower, if buyers can hold up over here. But right off the bat, this 4470 over here was what I wanted to see being held up. And as you can see, I'm gonna play the tape later on when it gets volatile and the move starts happening. But you can kind of just pretty much just tell like um roughly like the first 15 minutes it was pretty much just choppy, bouncing within a range, rejecting lows, rejecting the highs, holding the lows, no sense of direction yet. So at this point, I'm just waiting, and just waiting to see for a reaction pretty much that can support my thesis. Because right now, how I'm thinking heading into this trade is okay, so I know that there's liquidity below at lower day, so that there's for sure like buyers lurking down here waiting to buy if price falls down below. But then again, that doesn't mean like I'm instantly like in long. I need to see some sort of confirmation that that tells me that buyers down here are willing to hold up this level, because we could very easily just reject at the highs, and all this liquidity down here could just be liquidity for sellers and feel a large move to the downside. But that wasn't the case over here. So I'm just waiting at this point, and then right at around this time frame right here, 9:40, 9:47 to 9:50. Excuse me. That's when we some volatility started picking up, and that's when you can kind of see like okay, like what sense of direction like buyers and sellers are kind of heading towards. So I'm gonna play the tape over here, and as you can see right now, like first level on watch right here was just 4480. As you can see, we're kind of having a slow, difficulty trying to break above this. And as you can see right here, we're gonna have a large sell candle to the downside over here. And mind you, look at the strength and the how much this candle sawed off compared to like the range of these other candles. But then again, like you just want to see the reaction. You want to see how like this liquidity down here is holding this sell off over here. And as you can see, once we sell off into this liquidity below, like you can kind of see instantly a lot of this selling gets absorbed, ends up fueling ends up fueling a larger move to the upside over here. This would have been a great opportunity to get in longs. You know, you could have gotten to longs over here, stop loss at the lows. But then again, that's only after you get confirmation. Because at this point, like at this minute, we're still like we could still technically put in like lower lows and then break below. But then again, you know, if you're playing to the downside, you want to see this liquidity being cracked below. But then again, like from a risk reward standpoint, it's like the probability of this, you know, holding up versus then this breaking below is like, you know, you're not completely sure. So right now, I would just say it's better to just play safe and wait for a confirmation. But ultimately, if I were to go play short over here, I would want to see all this liquidity get taken out and then probably wait for like a retest of this liquidity for another downside move, just to be extra safe. Because you know these plays are very easy to get trapped. You know if you don't know what price is telling you and how to react. And as you can see, like we're trying to push lower based off of this larger move, but you can see all of this selling is getting absorbed over here. You're not even touching this 4460 level below. And as you can see, soon we're gonna quickly start reversing. And mind you, we can still very easily put in a lower low over here because the sell off happened over here. But then again, like you wanted to focus on the reaction plus the context. Okay, so right now we're getting a sell off into this huge liquidity below, and the thing is we're not breaking below right away, which is already a red flag. Because if you want to play like a momentum move against liquidity and the trend, then you need to see this get taken out right away. The longer it stays down here, then the higher possibility of you getting reversed on is gonna happen. Yeah. Okay, so at this point, I'm just watching you know I'm just watching the next level of liquidity to get taken out, which would be this 4480 level right here. And then you're gonna see how price hits this 4480 level, and it kind of pulls back a bit, which is exactly what you want to see. Well, it didn't really hit exactly to a T, but you get the general idea. Like it pulled back a bit, but not like to the point where it's like all of the buyers that fuel the uptrend got taken out. And these are really the type of things that I'm looking to spot for my entries. It's just consistently looking for these type of opportunities. Is what really helps my trading. And just let me be sure like exactly where I entered. So I entered at I entered at 958. Oh shit, let me go back. Damn, where the fuck? Okay, right here, 958. Okay, so at this point, this is 952 on, bro, what the fuck? I didn't get rid of this. This is 952, 953 on Bookmap, which is right around here, 952, 953. So at this point, price is rejecting this this 4480, 4478 wall right here, and it's kind of pulling back a bit, which is exactly what I want to see. Now all I want to see now is price hold above below the level where we previously broke out from, but I also want to see it in a way where it's like there's a strong reaction, and I'm gonna play it faster just to where I enter, just to show you exactly the kind of reaction that I'm looking for. Because even though I'm playing this at 8 times speed, like you can kind of tell like these bubbles and this volume is weak. Like there's really no momentum, in this consolidation right here. And that's the thing. This is the main level you want to see get taken out, 4480. Because as long as we're under 4480, price can very easily just reject below. So you want to see something that can confirm that, okay, like, so if we're gonna head above that, there's gonna be fuel to break above. And very soon you're gonna see the reaction that I saw that made me want to enter the trade. So as you can see, like right now we're starting to base out right around here, um, where we previously made another leg up higher, and right, or let me play a normal speed for you guys. So at right around 9:58, which is coming up soon, that's when I entered long, confirming that buyers were, on my side, and we're ready to feel the trend higher. And mind you, I'm using all of this info in conjunction with other technical analysis, like how the candlesticks are closing and opening, fibs, you know all of that stuff. Pretty much, it's just like constant information going in and out to help you determine which setups to take and whatnot. So right at 9:58:56, which is pretty much like the end of like this opening candle right here. So at this point, we're starting to see some buyers step in. We're starting to see, us form some support over here at this 44.73 level. To be quite frank, I could have entered off this right here and maybe just, had a semi stop loss below for a tighter stop, but I still needed to see a bit more confirmation for me to really, you know, trust in this setup, because mind you, given the context, price has been pretty choppy the whole time as well. So just always want to play it safe. Me personally, that is. Let me just speed up just a bit. So at this point, price is still, you might not see it, but it's starting to form like a higher low over here. And then right over here is when I got my confirmation to go long. You can see it's subtle, but we pretty much put in like a new higher low, right over here, with like a nice momentum push that pretty much supported my thesis for longs. It's like this little thing right here, and then this is pretty much how it looked like on the minute. On a minute chart, I saw this nice retest candle over here, reversal. Next candle opened 9:57. It was a bullish, not engulfing, but it was a nice bullish candle. Candle after, you can see price retested at the lower wick, and then we closed above. And this was pretty much my confirmation to enter the trade over here. Entered over here, stop loss at the lows at this pivot right here. Literally risking 2 points to target. The bad thing about this trade is, my price target was 44.88 to 44.50, 4,500. It's kind of like this huge zone over here. I didn't execute it to the best because, one, I sized late because, it was pretty choppy today, and I didn't really want to get myself into some shit that I didn't really know how to play. But then again, looking back, it was kind of crazy how this low day over here ended up, being giving so much info as to why price moved the way it did today. You can see today was just pretty much a clean uptrend day. And if I remember, I still remember during this time, a lot of people were trying to go short, right over here, because they was looking, we just made a triple top at the highs over here and whatnot. But the thing was if you knew the context behind price, you can see buyers were in control the whole freaking day, and even the overnight session, you could have caught a nice play to the upside. But yeah, let me just double check where I executed my contract. So I sold at 10:07. My fault. I didn't even finish this. I didn't even finish going over my setup, my play. But you can see strong push over here. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of scared me a little bit over here when we had some liquidity step in at 44.78, which was like a key level before over here that we kind of rejected off of. So at this point, I was kind of scared, but I was just trusting my stop loss. As long as we're above this level over here, we should be good. Because kind of pulled back harshly over here, but you can see right away buyers stepped in and bought this shit right up. And this type of price action was kind of kind of made me feel like a little bit woozy holding onto this contract, because then again, like, given the range and the context, I treated this as a scalp and just really wanted to just take my profits when I was comfortable. But I was just mainly eyeing this 4480 level break and seeing how far it can take me before momentum slowed down. So we got the break over here, 4480. Should be coming up soon. Yeah, like right here, you see how we didn't break right away. It's kind of scared me a little bit. But price was still holding up quite reasonably, so really nothing to worry about. Yeah, as you can see, broke above this, and pretty much from there on out, we just started to make higher highs for the rest of the day, and I pretty much just took profit, like, all out over here on this, little pullback right here, because at this point, like, I'm already up, like, I think like 8 points. I'm not trying to give shit back. It was a choppy day, context. It was a choppy day up until this point, because who knows, like, price very could have easily just dumped back down, and then we traded back in this range, and I would have been looking back in hindsight saying, damn, like, I should have just TP here. But of course, again, looking back in hindsight, left a lot of money on the table. Definitely could have scaled out a bit better. But then again, I'm pretty confident if I was trading more contracts that I would have executed, way better and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much my analysis and the setup I took for today. And I'm just hoping that I can keep this, consistency going. Yeah, peace out.